Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Crypto LLC. In today's video, we're going to be talking about various investment opportunities we're offering our clients. Any investor out there that wants to either invest in from start to finish of a property and own everything. Basically, you buy the property, you buy the transformer, you buy the gear. Here's a transformer right here, gear over here. You buy the containers, one on the right, one on the left. You pay for everything and you own everything. We manage it for you. Or another way you can go is you can go with loaning out the money and everything on the property is collateral. So we're going to be talking about those two different approaches and explaining the process of how we build everything out. So if you think that's interesting, hit like, subscribe, hit the bell, go to cryptollc.org if you want to set up a GPU or ASIC mining farm. Right now is the best time to jump in, to build out that farm because the prices are really down. ASICs are really cheap, GPUs are really cheap, so it's the absolute best time to buy. You have a good amount of transformers out there, good prices for the gear, transfer, everything is in abundance. So if you want to build out that farm or you want to invest in a farm or you want to loan out the money and have the farm as collateral, right now is the best time. So in today's video, before we get started, Bitcoin saves your wealth, Jesus Christ saves your soul. All right, so now let's talk about those two various approaches. So here's I'm playing a video from one of the other videos I uploaded to YouTube. We uploaded to YouTube. And I'm just showing you guys transformer. Here's a 750 kVA. There's a 1 megawatt transformer to the right of this one. And this was built out and owned by our client. So this client wanted to own everything, which is one of the approaches you can do, is you can buy the land, you can buy the transformer, the gear, you can buy the containers, the miners, everything. We provide all the know-how. We know where to get everything. We know how to get the best prices, the best deals on practically everything involved in mining, the cheapest prices for miners, can acquire thousands of them and so on. So that's one approach to building out the farm. So that's what this client did. He bought everything. Everything here is owned by the clients, and we manage the mining facility and we help the client build it out. So I want to show you guys a 750 kVA transformer right here. There's going to be a gear in the back. This is one gear. This is for the 750 kVA. To the right of that, here's a second gear. See that second gear? And this is one of the videos I was showing all the YouTubers out there that were interested in how the panels are loaded. It's 600 amp panels here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a 200 amp panel there at the bottom. So here's that other transformer. Now this other transformer right here is getting its power from the 1 megawatt, which it might not show up here in the video. Yeah, that's probably it, but it's being fed by the 1 megawatt transformer. So what happens is when either a client says, hey, I want to build out and own everything. In that situation, we help the client find property, make sure make sure that has at least 2 megawatts. So we do our due diligence, we do all the research, we talk to the city, we talk to the electric company, make sure it has 2 megawatts. Then we acquire the transformers, acquire the gear. These containers this client installed are 40-foot containers. We recommend to get 53-foot containers for basically all future builds. This is a 40-foot container. It also works fine, but you have a little bit more room with 53-foot container. So we get the container. There's a filtration system right here to the right of it. There's a roof on it to protect from sun, from water, well, from rain, from having any you don't want puddles on top of your roof of the container. So you want to make sure everything's dry. So we provide everything, and we do the whole entire build out. You see right here, this is a tarp. This tarp protects from wind. You don't want high winds with rain hitting your filtration system, which is just a filter right here. You don't want that high winds hitting that filter. You don't want snow to snow in and hit the filter. You don't want that to happen. So we have this tarp, and you can see the roof kind of goes in and pretty much is right up to the tarp. You see the floor has a lot of rocks, so that's gravel, and we have gravel on the floor. We don't want the weeds to grow or anything like that. There's a fence, barbed wire fence. You see that barbed wire. So all of these things will be built out for a client that wanted it to build for themselves. Now this is also the same exact way we would build if the client did not want to own things. The client wanted just to loan out money and have us use that money to build out a farm and then pay back the client at an interest rate. So that's the other option you can do here. You can do either you own everything or you just loan out money at an interest rate, and then everything from that point on, it's usually like a 5-year plan. At 5 years, you would get your principal back, and you get your interest rate as time goes on for those 5 years. So that's the other way you can do it. So you can, if you don't want to own everything, you can invest money, have us build a farm, and everything on that farm, including the property, will be collateral. So we buy the property says we're 500,000. We buy the containers, we buy the miners are worth maybe $1 million, $2 million, whatever they're worth, everything is collateral. You see how we build out the top of this roof here, plywood here, protecting the heat from circling around back and getting sucked back into the intake here. The miners here, there's 5 rows of miners. So this is how your farm, or it could be your loan that you loaned out money for, this is how it would be built out. This is how it would be built out. We actually have an updated version for our future containers. We're doing 6 rows now, and we're doing 53-foot containers. So a little bit different, but basically everything is exactly the same. Let me scroll over here. So here's some of the miners here. These are S19J Pros. So these are 100 terahash miners. One of the newer miners. They are not the newest miner. This is what our client purchased. It was a good price on them, so he got these miners. The best miners are the S19 XP miners, which is what we would be advising our clients to purchase. Either they purchase it for themselves or they loan out money and we purchase them, and then the miners become collateral. But this gives you an idea of how these miners are placed. And we had to put these miners on the side because we had more power available than actual space. So our client, in this configuration here in this video, our client had about 150,000 watts left over, and he wanted to use all of it. So we stacked them on the side. So we accommodate our clients how they want to build it out. We advise them, and sometimes the build out is a little bit weird because it might be located in a location that's maybe a little bit less space or whatever it is. So we also work with all of our clients to make sure that we have everything built out in nice, correct build out. First of all, make sure that the miners work forever. By the way, we take care of all of our miners. So if you wanted to invest and have the miners as collateral, right? You wanted to just invest cash. You didn't want to deal with owning the property. You didn't want to deal with owning the transformer gear. You didn't want to, deal with the miners. You just wanted to have the miners as collateral. The way we build out our farms is the air intake is so clean. It is so clean inside the container that these miners, you can just take apart any of them. They are in practically mint condition. They are like absolutely brand new. If I were to show you a brand new board and then show you a board that's been running for a year, there's literally no difference. I mean, you'll see a little bit of dust on it, and I'll just take my little hose, blow it off, and it looks exactly the same. This is perfectly the same. So we make sure that our miners, all the way from the bottom row all the way to the top row, every single miner in every single position is in absolute perfect condition. And the reason why we do that is because the better we take care of the miners, the better they will run. They won't break, they won't rot, they won't overheat. Nothing will happen to them. And we know that after a couple of years of using them, maybe 3, 4, 5 years, we can sell them and get a good price when we upgrade to better miners because they're in just perfect condition. And that's how we save money for either our clients, if it was their farm, or we obviously want to have a good uptime if we're actually doing the collateral deal rather than the client owning everything. So that's one way, or actually 2 ways of doing this. Now let me show you some more information here about miners. So here is a Bitmain S19 Pro, and look at this price right here. Look at this. It's $1,950. This is an absolute updated page. Let me just refresh the page, show you this, an updated, up-to-date page from Bitmain, shop.bitmain.com. This is an absolute deal right here for $2,000. Now, I'll give you an idea of how much these miners were just a year ago. All right, just 1 year ago, these miners, if you wanted to buy them at the peak Bitcoin price, when Bitcoin was like 60,000, 50,000, 60,000, these miners were $10,000 each. 10,000. They are now 5 times cheaper. They're at 2,000, right? 2 times 5 is 10. It's 5 times cheaper. 5 times. The price per terahash is now 19.5. This is an absolute deal. You're getting good miners as well. These are not S17s. These are not, any of those other ones that might have issues. We actually ran S19 Pros for about 1.5 years now, and they are very solid miners. So this is a very solid miner. We know it'll run for years and years and years. The power supply is very good as well. This power supply right here is very good quality. We ran hundreds of these miners, and basically the power supplies never break. Out of all the miners, maybe one will break every couple of months, and that's very, very cheap. It's a brand new $130, so it's very cheap power supply, and you can send them in, have them repaired, and all that stuff. But point is, power supplies in great manufacturing state. You're not getting stuff that's defective. The hash boards are in great shape as well. We ran ours for 1.5 years. We barely ever have any hash board problems. So if you were looking to set up a farm and to own everything, S19 Pro is a solid buy, especially at $2,000. You're getting this miner. It's a good miner. It's not going to break. So that's one way you can go. You can also go for the S19 XPs. The XPs are more expensive. Let's see if they're still here. Sometimes they take them off their website, but they do have some hydro versions. It looks like they don't really have much or other options here. Oh, here it is. All right, so here's the XP version. Now again, this 19 that I just showed you guys, this is available right now. This is one of the other very, very, very interesting situations here of Bitmain. Is usually they have a lead time. They have like 6 months. You have to wait 6 months to get a miner, or a year to get a miner. You're like in a line. They put you in a line. Right now, you can get them. They'll come in 30 days. Right? They'll come in 30 days. It's perfect. This is really, really fast. Gives you a great opportunity to start building out your farm, get these miners, and get going. It'll take about 3 to 6 months to set up the farm. About 3 to 6 months, by the way. So I keep that in mind. But the fact that you can get these in 30 days and the price is this cheap, it's a great buy. Especially that if you think, hey, Bitcoin might go up, it might go up to 30,000 in a couple of months, then right now is a good time to buy, because Bitmain bases their prices off the price of Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin went to 30K, this will become 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and so on. So it's a good price to buy them today. Now let's look at the XP. So the XPs are a lot more expensive. You can see that they don't even have a price here. They have no price. Going off of our knowledge of XPs and how much they were worth like a month ago, we're guessing that if we were to ask them how much the current price is for an XP, it's going to be about 6,000, 7,000 for an XP. Now, the reason for that is the efficiency rate is a lot lower, or actually it's a lot higher. The numbers are lower, which means it's better than this one right here, 29.5. This one's 21.5. So you are creating a lot more Bitcoins for yourselves for a lower electricity. You're getting 140 terahashes at 3,000 watts, right? Which is really nice. It's basically the best in the industry, versus 100 terahashes, so 40 terahash less for basically the same exact usage. See that, 2950, and this other one was 3,010. So 60 watts more power, right? 60 watts more power, but 40 terahashes more out of 100. 40 more terahashes. It is a lot faster, a lot more high performance miner for less electricity. So it's a good buy, but here is the problem right there. You're only going to get them in January. See that? Only in January 2023. So if you had a available property right now and you wanted to build out and plug in your S19, you could do that with the S19 Pros. You can't really do that with these XPs. But if you are building out a farm, which is what we are proposing here at Crypto LLC, we can build out that farm for you. We can have that farm ready in 3 months, 3 to 6 months, the farm will be ready. So 3 to 6 months, right now it's October. This is January. That's 3 months, October, November, December, January. So you can get them in 3 months, 3, 4 months, 5 months, and you can basically put it in order for the XPs. They'll arrive in January, maybe February, maybe March. Whatever month suits you, the price depends on the month you want to get them at. So if you wait longer, you'll get a cheaper price. But if you were, say, let's go for January, and you want to go for January, you can do that. The price is most likely going to be around 6,000 for January. We don't know for sure. I have to contact them. The price always changes, but it's probably going to be around 6,000 for the miner, maybe less. So you can get it at January. We'll start building out everything else, right? Purchase the property, purchase the transformer, purchase the gear, purchase the container, purchase the panels, purchase the breakers, the PDUs, everything. Build out the roof, build out the fence, build out everything and have everything ready for you. And then those miners come in 3 months later and you just plug them in, and then we manage it for you. That's part of how we run Crypto LLCs. We build it out and we manage it for you. It's all one package from start to finish. You don't even need to, be in the area. You really don't. If you want, we advise everyone, hey, come over. This is your property. This is your transform. This is your gear. These are your miners. You want to come and look at them. We advise you to do that if you wanted to go that route. But again, if you wanted to go with just investing your money and having everything collateral, we can do that as well. So those are two little bit different investment models. They both work great. So this is a video just talking about all those details. So if you're looking to set that up, you know what to do. First, do your due diligence, do your research, plug in all the numbers. There's a Bitcoin calculators, how much an XP will make, how much an S19J Pro makes, how much an S19 Pro makes, and all that stuff. So do your due diligence, all that. And if you want to jump in and have us build a farm for you, go to cryptollc.org. We are in the process of building out one right now. We're in the process of actually buying a transformer for one of our clients. So we can start doing the same thing for you. Or actually, this other client. So this client right here, the one I'm showing you, this video right here, this is one of our clients. There's another client that's building out another location where we're going to put 2.2 megawatts there. And this client right here is actually expanding to another 2 megawatts at another location. So total of about 6 megawatts right now, just ASICs. And then, 1,000 plus GPUs are running here. So it's a pretty big expansion we're doing here, and looking for any investors that would be interested in having us set this up for them, or just investing and having everything being collateral. Well, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys like it. You know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, hit the bell. Go to cryptollc.org if you're looking to invest. And that's going to be it for this one. Until next time. Bye.